one thing. Imagine that you are chosen. Now we're all chosen. We're all chosen for a specific task, and I said that a few minutes ago. But imagine that you were chosen for something that you weren't really ready to do. Imagine that you were having to leave home. Have any of you ever had to leave home for longer than a day or two? You're doing it now. We're at camp, but eventually you're going to go home. But what if you left and you knew that you would never come back? It's an odd feeling, isn't it? To know that you're leaving and never coming back. Now, just for a brief time, I just want you to close your eyes and listen as I read the story of a guy who was leaving home and never coming back, knowing some of the things that was about to happen to him. Okay? So just close your eyes. Don't go to sleep. If you go to sleep, that's fine. No, it's not. But just close your eyes and imagine if you were this person. Because it's in the quiet of the night, of that night, when God moved. You may have heard leaves rustle, or the shriek of a grasshopper, but it's in the loud silence that God moves. Directions given, actions were taken. It was told by a man I wasn't even sure I could trust. But I still followed. Was there a point to it all? I screamed at myself for doing this, but it was still quiet. We took this animal, a precious white lamb. His fleece was white as snow. I knew what would happen on the 14th day, and that lamb would not want to go. But he did. What was once perfect and white was now flawed and red. All I could do was move with the plan. Determination of the night was the teacher, and I was still learning. I felt helpless, yet empowered. The stain of blood was on the doorpost. It was in wood, it would never wash out. Blood stains. Even when you try, it won't wash from your hands. And later we would learn a greater lesson from that. Is silence really that silent? My heart beat fast as the feelings of being chosen raced. Would I survive? Assurance is only as good as the side that you're on. I wanted to look outside, but knew that I couldn't. How helpless one can feel. My only salvation from death was found in blood-soaked wood. It's in the quiet of the night when God moved. It's the first sound when you're quiet that's usually the loudest. I felt for that father who just lost his son, the firstborn. To lose your child for the cause of others, is there a feeling worse than that? I hope whoever experiences this feels it was worth the pain. The cries were louder, building like the rush of water down a hill. I wasn't even sure if someone I knew was affected. I couldn't even rest through the night. I was dressed and ready to leave. This place had been home. Now I was leaving my stability for a life of uncertainty. My stomach churned with nervousness. I might just get sick from all this. Later we were told to leave, not by oppressors, but by our friends. People we knew, people we loved, and now we are unwelcome in the land that we've called home. Now I know it was part of His plan for us. We're His people. See, it's in the quiet of the night when God moves. See, it was in that night that Moses started a chain of events that led to the people of Israel God's chosen people, to go to the land that was promised to them hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago.